Hello, stranger, and welcome back to Jade Plays Hardspace Shipbreaker Limited Spares Edition. Uh... Ooh.
Please tell me I heard right, Rook. Weaver gave you his old armadillo? Oh, man! That's so lucky. I used to help my old man fix up beaters like that. I hear Weavers might not be in the best shape. Listen, I've got something that'll help get it ready to ride the rails. I'm transferring diagnostic program to your terminal. Go ahead and boot it up.
I'm never gonna stop getting cut off by this game. Oh, but let's boot up this terminal. As you can see our new ship Beulah out there, which Weaver gave to us in the last episode, because he likes us so much. First, let's just check our emails real quick. We continue our series of profiling members of the Salvage Workers Unite group in issue 16. This time we chatted with Lou Steiner from Carnegie Station above Earth to talk about her motivations to fight for workers' rights. Lou, tell us about your first exposure to the issue of workers' rights growing up. I grew up amid the squalor of the Ares platforms around Mars, and the knowledge of whose backs built our livelihoods there, as well as on Mars itself, were always prominent topics in my community. I don't think I read that right, but we're gonna move on. I've always been surrounded by people doing good, honest work, and I've also seen them get mistreated for it all their lives. The people who do all the hard work in service of human progress deserve better than just fancy words and scraps. Why do you think a workers' union is so important? I believe that we deserve a seat at the table. I believe we deserve a hand in deciding how our everyday work is managed. Our lives, our futures, our well-being are heavily intertwined with the work we do. You know, it's dangerous to be a shipbreaker. We should be a voice in those crucial conversations, and I don't believe that others in power should speak for us. Our whole lives are decided and influenced by people who never spent a day in our suits. It's time for us to realize that we're all we got, but we're also all we need. Lou's voice is just one among us, but she speaks on behalf of every shipbreaker who believes things could be better. Solidarity is strength. Salvage Workers Unite. Kinda terrifying to have your name just so boldly put out there as pro-union when they could just do fucking anything to union workers. Because there seems to just be no oversight at all. Let's get into this ship doctor program and learn all about it.
Getting data now. Amazing. Oh, old girl was used for construction at some point. Whoa. Could maybe even be kitted out for salvage running one day. This program will identify what parts you need to fix her up. Don't pay too much attention to Shippy. That thing talks way too much. You can probably find everything you need just kicking around while salvaging. Bits and pieces that Lynx doesn't care much about. Oh, you could also rip parts out of other ship components. And ruin the salvage value, of course. Maybe don't tell Weaver if you're gonna do that. Can't wait to see what you do with this beauty. Good luck, Brooke.
Alright, now we've got our own ship. We can fix her up ourselves. So we'll have to get to getting those parts. As we've been salvaging ships, I don't know if you've noticed or not, you probably have, there's little bits and bobs that have been floating around in space that you can't really do much with. And that's the various components that we're going to need for fixing up Beulah. Oh, there's the key also. But for now, let's just pick a ship and get started with our shift for this video. Last video, we did this Javelin tanker. Did a pretty good job. We got our Mini-Me sticker. We did unlock the Roustabout Tug recently. That would be a pretty fun ship to do, but let's just take a look at a couple of our other options. We've got a light cargo, but it's worth a lot less. We could do another Javelin. There's a heavy cargo. A couple of station hoppers. Ooh, this is a research ship. So it's actually seems like it's got quite a lot of parts lying around in it. That's definitely another option, but I think we should just go with the Roustabout Tug here. because it's, you know, the newest, fanciest ship. Gives the most rewards, and we're all about those rewards. Yeah.
Alright, Cutter. The thrusters on these Atlas ships are worth a mint, but can be a touch fiddly. There's only one way to salvage the thruster engine and fuel injectors intact. You gotta pop off the thruster nozzle and work your way inside from there. The trick of it is, these thrusters become unstable once you start working on them. Fire starts spreading real fast. When it reaches the fuel tank, it's gonna blow. You gotta get in quick and switch off the fuel supply. There's a shut-off switch at the very back. Get to that switch as fast as you can. Otherwise, well, we'd be in for a big old mess. Okay, let's get that nozzle removed.
Salvage secured.
Alrighty.
Account credit applied.
So now we've got our first quasar thrusters, it looks like. We had some before, but I think they had been, you know, somebody had already taken care of them or something like that. So we've got our access panel for the quasar thruster. Thank you so much, everybody who's been supporting these videos and watching them.
Processing object. Applying credit.
I've had a lot of friends tell me that they quite enjoy my videos. A couple of them have been falling asleep to them, which is just so wonderful to hear. Like I said at like the very beginning, that is absolutely my goal, is to just be, you know, a nice calm voice, some relaxing content that you can enjoy, you know, stress-free. You know, now that I think about it, I don't believe I've ever taken apart a roustabout tug. Not even in my, like, casual playthrough. Which I did stream some of my casual playthrough recently. I may continue the casual playthrough. You know, I may continue to live stream that if that's something people would be interested in. But I've found that I've really taken to this episodic content of just recording, you know, one ship every now and then. And putting it up on YouTube. Alright. So, once we get these thruster nozzles out of the way, we can take a peek inside here at the quasar thruster. So we have to get all the way to the back there. There's a little fuel cutoff switch. Yeah, you can see it there. But as soon as we hit any of these cut points, we're gonna light all the fuel on fire. And like we can't squish our way through here. Gap's too tight. So we have to cut it, it seems. Now I did notice on one of the ships, when I was doing this, there actually happened to be some coolant canisters on the outside. Doesn't look like we've got that here. Looks like we are just gonna have to cut it and run. So my strategy for these is we pre-tether the quasar thruster to the back because we just want to get this out of our way as soon as possible. We'll slap a tether on there, make sure that we're out of the way of the tether.
Clock's ticking now, Cutter. Get in there and hit that shut-off switch.
Hit that last one, the quasar thruster will go. And we can also pull our way through here. Oh. Ouch, 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 ouch. And we're flushing.
That's it, Cutter. Real satisfying when it comes apart like that, don't you think? I'll leave you to it from here. We're out.
It didn't actually come apart. I know what it's supposed to do because we've seen it on a couple different ships. But this time it didn't. It was a little weird. Alright. Our tether's still working. We can cancel that.
Applying credit.
So that's our first one done. Now we just gotta repeat the process. Hopefully not actually run into the fire. You can make it through this fire without getting yourself hurt if you're quick.
Thruster dangerously unstable. Proceed with caution.
Oh fuck, we didn't actually cut that one all the way. There we go. Thrusters out. And we've got plenty of time here to hit this flush valve. That one went a lot better than the previous one. And now they're both coming apart together. That's nice. Let's grab these lights while we're here. Second quasar thruster in there. And we can get to work on our other two. This is a lot of quasar thrusters. I guess this is a tug ship, so it needs to pull much bigger ships. So one thing I like about this game is that, especially as you get to the more advanced ships, you can really see what they were designed for, and they're like honest to that function. You know, so this tug ship's got big old thrusters. The scout ships are full of like computer terminals and like nav panels. And all sorts of stuff. You know, the science ships, full of tons of different science-y stuff. I'm actually going to cut the far fuel line first here, because I've got a better angle on these ones. Those are the ones I need to do quickly. And if we want to go fast, we can grapple our way inside. It does give us a little less control, but
safe distance from flammable items.
We do get a little bit of an ouchie as we get out, but nothing too serious. And one last thruster, and that'll be the dangerous part done. Our health is looking fine. We did, you know, get that little ouchie there, but nothing too serious. Here we go.
Thruster fuel system unstable. Proceed with extreme caution.
And plenty of time to flush switch. These lights off. And now we just need to get these big old panels into the processor, which is going to take a little bit of doing. These things, though, as opposed to the last quasar thrusters we did, they're more lined up with the processor. I don't have to worry too much about the processor eating them, or the furnace eating them. Still gotta be careful. The furnace does hunger. Oh, yep, it's... Curse you, furnace. Oh, dear God.
Your oxygen reserves are dropping below statistically profitable levels.
Damn you, furnace. I can't believe this. I really thought it was gonna be easier this time. Oh, we need to get our oxygen quick. Oxygen, we'll buy more tethers, and we're gonna blast ourselves back out here. Maybe we can pull this up to here. Okay, those ones are going in. Just a little bit of panic there. But we should be okay.
Valuable object processed.
It's very heavy.
Credits deposited.
Come on. Sometimes it feels like the furnace is more powerful than the processor.
All right, Cutter. You got about 5 minutes to fill your boots. 5 minutes left. Weaver out.
Come on. Just need to get this, you know, more into the... Oh, dear. What's happening here? Come on. Oh, how many tethers do you need? You can have them all. You can have every tether you want. If we pull the end out a little bit? I'm scared to get too close to the furnace. Come on. Let's try shuffling the whole thing just over. Get it away out of the furnace's reach. You cannot have it, furnace. No? Okay. How about we just pull it just away? Just pull it to the ship. And up towards this dry dock post. Okay. Now we'll pull it towards the processor twice. We're gonna pull the back end over there to make sure it stays far away from the deadly grip of the furnace. Okay. That was kind of a disaster. We made it.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Now these fuel injectors go entirely in the barge. This is a little risky here, but let's see if we can. Really don't want to touch the fuel tanks with our laser. For our first shift, gotta be careful there. You have to be careful of, because you cut from the right side of your character. So if you're ever oriented like this, you know, and trying to cut past this, your laser's gonna intersect with the fuel tank. And that is a one-way trip to Explosion Town. No?
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Alright. Now, let's take a look at the actual inside of our ship for once. Focusing a lot on these thrusters.
This is your 1 minute warning, Cutter. Don't be a hero, alright?
Yeah, I guess, actually, I mean, if we only have 1 minute, we can spend the rest of this shift. Just working on the, you know, the outside fittings. We're gonna have to go fast. Nope. Hold up. This whole doohickey is attached. Oh, okay. It wasn't attached to the. It wasn't attached to the ship. It was just attached to the thrusters. I see. That's a pretty good first shift, I'd say.
Okay.
We didn't get a ton of the ship progress done, but we did finish those thrusters. And that's the spooky part. I'm worried because there's a whole bunch of fuel tanks that those thrusters are connected to. So if I don't make it in time, they all explode.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. Lynx would like to share the following message. The only P's permitted in the salvage yard are profit, processor, and potassium trifluoromethane sulfonate.
I will endeavor to remember that. Lynx. Alright, let's take a look at our upgrades here. We've got 100 Lynx tokens to spend. Cutter upgrades. Overheat cooldown is pretty good. I really want these tether upgrades. Oh, object scanner. Very useful, especially now that we are working on our ship. The object scanner is going to help us find those. I think, going with my strategy here, I'm going to... 10 more tethers is very nice. Tether lifetime is maybe even nicer. This is a tough decision here. I want all of these, obviously, but I don't have the tokens for it. I think that I will continue upgrading my suit. We haven't had too much of an issue with heat, but if we have to do any more quasar thrusters, I'd rather not get burned. And let's get a range upgrade for the split saw to match the range upgrade we got on the actual laser cutter. And get right back to it. One of the things that I am really paranoid about
Object accepted for processing.
with this, actually, I need to buy tethers. Let's head back. One of the things I'm pretty paranoid about with this this YouTube series is that I'm really prone to just going on tangents and then forgetting what I was talking about in the first place. And so I'm terrified I'm just gonna like start some kind of, you know, story or what have you, get distracted by something in the game and then never get back to it. And it'll be something somebody was like really invested in.
Valuable object
It's just like, well, too bad. My brain is gone. Off on a trip. Alright. We can take care of this push pad too, probably. I'm also constantly worried I'm not gonna have like anything to talk about. That's like, I found that I get a little stressed right as I'm starting any of these videos. Oh, wait a minute, I need to cancel that immediately. I didn't realize these were connected here.
Salvage secured.
Okay, now we're kind of spinning. Spinning and cutting sensitive fuel tanks don't mix too well. We'll be okay, as long as we brace. Awesome. Oh gosh, I got a little close to the processor there.
Salvage registered.
Please do
Transferring
not
credit.
process me. I don't desire to be processed.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Alright, now we've got the inside panels on our quasar
Valuable object
thrusters.
accepted for processing.
And again, I am terrified that they're gonna just beeline for the furnace. They're also connected. So, they're not going anywhere right now. Yeah, we can take care of the rest of the Quasar sisters before we get to the inside of the ship. I know at the end of last shift I was saying we were gonna head off towards the inside, but let's not leave work half done. And the battle with the Quasar thrusters and the furnace is one that I should give my utmost attention. Let's pull it off towards the furnace, and as it goes, let's make sure we watch this tail end. As long as this tail end doesn't start to get... Whoop. Come on. I believe in you. Oh, this light is... Okay, perfect.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit.
Maybe we can actually, for this one, let's try dragging the tail end towards the processor. Oh, no. Now, hang on a minute.
Deposit accepted.
What's
Credit
happening here?
transferred.
I canceled my tethers. But that one's going in no problem. And this one? Okay,
Processing
that's been
valuable
processed.
credit awarded.
There we go. Nice and easy. Let's, take what we learned, use it here. We can, if we want to be fast about this, we can use the saw cut on cut points. I try not to do that too much, because sometimes you can cut something sensitive. This cutter accuracy is not its forte.
Valuable objects processed. Credits awarded.
Get that out of the way. And our tether seems to have snapped. Oh. This whole thing came apart. It's all one of the processors. I think that I have found finally a permanent position for my mic. You may have noticed my audio levels have been, varying from video to video. Me and my mic have been in a constant struggle. Kind of like the furnace and these large panels. Just trying to find out what works. Kept getting in the way of my wheelie chair, and then I was knocking the mic, out of where it was. Just kind of frustrating all around. But got it a new home. It's happy there. A little light in here. Wow, now that we've taken off, all the big bits, this ship's actually not very large. Not as big as those first ships we were working on. Now we do have a lot of atmosphere to work with. Looks like our airlock's in the back. Uh-oh. I'm a little worried about decompressing this.
Airlock depressurizing.
First, let's make sure that goes in. Yeah, that's not going to give us any more words. Go ahead now we can see we've got these wires floating
Looks
around.
like you got a part for the armadillo. See if there's any more lying around in there.
Don't you worry, Lou. I'm on top of this. Float in there. You can do it, little pug.
Frank credits.
That does. Now, let's see. We do have. Alright. So we can't get to these compartments right now. But if we pressurize this cargo hatch,
Air pressure
or this
level
like
increasing.
cargo area, cargo bay even. That's the word I'm looking for. Now we can open this compartment and head into the cockpit. And in
Oxygen
here,
levels stabilizing.
our systems tab, there should be, yeah, there it is. It's hiding from us. Another atmosphere regulator. We can use this to take the atmosphere out of the cockpit.
Air pressure level decreasing.
Yeah. And now we can't get back in the room we just came from. However, now this is going to get a little ugly. But if we can make our way back to the airlock, which we can do by just cutting our way out of here, then we can head back into the cargo bay through the airlock and not have to explicitly decompress anything. Now that was sparking. Does it have something? No, it's just a light bulb. Okay. And we'll have to take off this nanocarbon shell here. I'm not too sure
We're
what
looking at 5 minutes left in your ship, Cutter.
what to
Do what you
call
do.
the
Weaver out.
so all ships are made of like there's an aluminum, you know. We're running out of oxygen. Hang on, I'm going to have to focus here for a moment. Make sure we can get back to the space rig. We can get our oxygen before we suffocate. Perfect.
Oxygen levels.
But yeah, this like outer layer of the ship, I'm never sure what to really call it. Just the outer layer? I mean, I guess that works. It feels like there should be a neat name for it. We've got this taken apart. We can head to the furnace. You are processor bound.
Material accepted. Credits transferred.
Canopy is furnace bound. Cool. Little lights headed down there. Alright, now we have breached this cockpit and all that. We're gonna back into the cargo bay where we've got an atmosphere regulator. Oh gosh.
Processing valuable.
Tried to grapple myself to the ship. Almost pulled this airlock console off. Would have ruined my whole plan. I have done that to myself before. It's not a good time.
Airlock pressurizing.
The one thing I didn't consider when I was in need of oxygen is I could have just come back in here to this pressurized zone. Alright.
Air pressure level.
When we depressurize this, grab the repair kit. Depressurize our airlock console. Now
Airlock
it's
depressurizing.
everything depressurized. Yeah. Whenever you've got, you know, a lot of air pressure in a ship, first thing to do, to find your atmosphere regulators and figure out how to get to them safely, and then how to get to, you know, the other ones. Because the problem that you'll find His atmosphere regulators are connected by a door, but it's not an airlock door, so you'll depressurize one zone, and that'll lock off your access to the other one.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
There was, in my casual playthrough, which we'll get there, there's a passenger shuttle that has just so many rooms inside it, and they're all connected with doors, not airlocks, and they all pressurize and depressurize together.
Salvage secured.
And the first time I tried to tackle one of those, whole thing blew up right in my face. The explosive decompression started a reactor meltdown, and then jostled the reactor a whole bunch, so the reactor then blew up, blowing up the fuel tanks. And, it didn't look good on my permanent record for Lynx.
Salvage deposit registered.
I guess what we'll say about that.
Account credited.
Alright. Now our second shift is coming to a close, but we've made really good progress here on the inside. Looks like this is going to be a 3-shift job.
Got about 1 minute to make your mark on this ship.
And that's no problem with me. Pretty happy with the speed that we've been doing things at. Here with the end of our shift, I'm going to peel off this outer layer. Start tethering it off to the processors. So that, you know, when we get back to our next shift, all we've really got to do is get the inside stuff taken care of.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Make a couple more cuts here, round off the day. That's it. We're over halfway through the ship now, making great progress. We're gonna rank up at the end of our next shift too, which will be awesome. Hauntings are not covered under the Lynx insurance plan.
Cutter 9346-52. Your designated sleep period is now over. Have a great day.
New hab poster, we love that. I love the little posters and stickers we get. Let's check our emails. Oh, we've got a new data to recover. Pretty poems.
Dear Xavier, I wrote you a poem in your language. I hope you like. Sorry for mistake. You are my sun, bright and center of my being. Warm fire, always there and burn brightly. If you go away, I will die, cold and alone. Please do not be doing that. Love, Anastasia.
Oh, you can salvage posters instead of collecting them for your hab. I didn't realize. I just grabbed them all, even if I have them already. Now we also have stickers for cleaning up the food packs and stuff, so I might try and do that more often. You know, they're not worth anything in terms of credits, but they give me they give me satisfaction. Let's see. What poster do we want here? Let's get Float in there, right next to our suit. I like that. Now we did get parts for Beulah, so we can go to the ship doctor.
Hi, I'm Shippy. Need help with a triple pot bypass? Let me know.
Thanks, Shippy. I don't need your help currently, though. I got it all handled. Now, let us finish off this ship. Sent myself flying a little too fast there.
Credits transferred.
Let's check. Okay. String you together. What are you? Nothing. Now, we can use our object scanner to see the parts that we might need for our ship. It's one of the things the object scanner is good for. The other thing that I've found it very good for is checking for airlock controls, consoles, and stuff like that on walls. This airlock is depressurized, but it's just confirmed.
Applying credits to account.
Alrighty. Now that should be everything from the exoskeleton. Exoskeleton? Maybe that's a good way to refer to the outside of the ship. You let me know what you think in the comments. Exoskeleton, outer layer, eggshell, onion. What do you think the outside nanocarbon of the ship should be called?
Valuable object accepted for processing.
I guess I'll do the brief, the spiel that every YouTuber has to do, which is to let you know that if you are enjoying these videos, a really great way to help me out is to, you know, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. I know everybody finds it annoying when YouTubers say that. I'll try and keep it to a minimum, but apparently it helps. Like, statistically it helps a whole bunch to just mention it in your videos. And I mean, you gotta play the game. I suppose I don't have to play the game, but I would really love to be successful on YouTube. I did get, you know, a couple comments from somebody recently, and they just made my day so much better. I've been worried a little bit that, like, most of the, what I've been hearing about my videos was just my friends being, you know, biased. Now, they've gotta tell me they think my stuff's good because they're my friends. So, hearing from you know, people I don't know that what I'm doing is good, that was great. Looks like we've got something. I think it's this hard crate here. All this stuff that's sort of stuck on here. So it's keeping this in place. Whoopsie. Oof. Bottle, go in the furnace. What is keeping you stuck here? Maybe I didn't cut this one close enough? Yeah, that was it. There we go.
Raw material deposited.
You are still stuck here. Well...
Salvage secured.
let's cut the top off of here. Take care of the cut points, and the non-cut points will follow, or something like that. Oh, this is a cool little bay we have down here. And that's our reactor. I probably should have taken care of at some point a while ago, but you know, no harm, no foul. Just make sure we're braking while we do this. Don't Don't want to hurt anything besides the current point. There we go, and that's the bottom done. Perfect.
Tether supplies are dropping.
And that should float on off. And you also are processor bound. You're making great work here. Food pack, you're off to the furnace. Give me stickers.
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
Oof. Ouchie. You know, even more than the, like, the, you know, generic subscribe to me stuff, it is just very nice for me to hear from people, like, what you like about this. You know, if you tell me what you want to change, I can tailor my content better towards what the people, what they want. I can give the people what they want, even. Alright.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits
Let's be a little careful. We do have a power cell here. Let's pull that off before we do anything else.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
And where's our reactor? Here it is. Get that taken care of. Nice and easy.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Before we forget, let's try and cut this mountain plate out of here. I'm not really sure the best way to go about doing that is. Maybe I'll wait. And if I forget, well, I'll look very foolish.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Air filter goes in the bar. Right. Ah, it's this fabric. This fabric is what's holding it on. Yes. There we go.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
I was thinking about it. I just realized, you know, the reason that you get stickers for cleaning up
Your oxygen reserves are low.
the food and bottles is probably because Lynx Corp doesn't want to do it themselves.
Applying
You
credit.
know, they probably have to clean up, somebody else has to clean up the yard if I don't, and that probably costs them money. So
Salvage accepted.
they don't want to, you know, pay more money, so they're like, well, if we give them stickers,
Warning. Fuel levels are low.
we get our fuel and oxygen.
Are available for purchase at the master
Let
chest.
others. I would turn off the oxygen warning if I could, but I know that that would mean I would die from having no oxygen just constantly.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Alrighty. Now how are we getting all these electric cables out of here? Do they need to get out of here? The structure's going in the furnace, so the cables can also just go in the furnace. So with that in mind, we're actually getting very close to being done here with this shift. Let's see if we can't, you know, wrap our shift up early.
Alright. You got 5 minutes left of this shift, Cutter. Or they turn the lights out on you.
Maybe get a good night's sleep or something. That's not.
Salvage deposit confirmed.
I'm only allocated a maximum of 8 hours of sleep, so they would just start my next shift sooner, wouldn't they?
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Now, this cut point is for the cables, it looks like.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Okay.
Cutter, don't forget that your equipment durability doesn't take care of itself. If your gear's acting up on you, best practice is to patch it up in the hab. Your tools should be working for you, not the other way around.
Okay, we've got a computer terminal and a power cell left, I think. Maybe no power cell? I think we already got the power cell. Computer terminal, door console.
Salvage registered.
Now this mounting
Transferring
plate,
credit.
how are we getting you out of here? This one's a big cut. Let's see how that goes. We destroyed the mounting plate. Ah, we cut too close to it. Well, that's fine. In that case, less work for me. I was going for maybe like somewhere closer to 100% on this salvage job. That might have been neat.
Raw material deposited. Transferring credits.
You get in there. That's all our salvage goals, Matt. We just wait for that to... get in the furnace. And that'll be the end of our shift. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for supporting my content. All that good stuff. And thanks for supporting Link Salvage. God knows they need more money.
Raw material accepted.
Any second now. Go on. There we go, there's our mini-me. What are we missing? Oh, wait a darn second. What is out here? Oh my gosh, we almost left a quasar thruster just sitting there. We did miss an airlock console, which is a shame. Those are worth a pretty penny. That's alright. My name has been Emerald Jade. This has been Hardspace Shipbreaker. Yeah, thank you so much. I will see you in the next video.
Level achieved.